Right, so let's continue. So in this point, I'm going to be sharing with you what I've actually observed from most of these top speakers, and I tell you that if you should apply all of this that I'm going to be sharing with you, you literally see a whole lot of difference in your own life. That even if you don't even take the offer that I'm going to be sharing eventually, of course you should take it, right? But even if you don't even take it, you'll know that what I'm going to be sharing with you now can literally transform your life. So the first thing here is the high level of self-awareness. So before you could literally even pick a mic and start talking to people confidently, these guys have this high level of self-awareness. Talk about Vusi, talk about Tony Robbins, talk about everybody you are seeing that you really love how they speak. They have a high level of self-awareness. And that was one thing I actually noticed. And I had to come to that point of my own personal self-discovery of knowing why I am relevant here on earth. So there are a whole lot of things in this process that if you don't know who you are, I tell you for sure you will not be confident to speak in public. And that is one thing that every one single excellent public speaker understands. They know themselves. So there is something that I always tell myself whenever I am called upon to speak. I've always told people that even if it's the US president, whoever you think is the highest person in this world should stand, I would literally speak to that person. Why? Because I know myself, I know my ability. So even when the person is a very wealthy person, it does not concern me. All I know is that I know myself. So that is the same thing with all of these speakers. And I think Vusi Tembekwai have actually shared an experience with that one some time ago in, I think, in one of his videos, when he said he had an experience when he was still young, very young, and they went for a speech competition where they were just going to speak. And that was why how he was afraid of some other students that came from other countries. And eventually, I think his teacher told him something that he knows himself. He should be confident because he should know the ability that he has. And I think that thing changed the whole game for him. So you must understand that these people, they have a high level of self-awareness. And if you want to get to that point too, you must also have that level of self-awareness. Then the next point here that I have is they take the audience attention off themselves. So I learned this stuff quite recently, some I think days or weeks ago, I can't really remember. But every one top public speaker, whenever they come, have you ever wondered why people when they come and they probably start with stories or they'll start with a statement or just start with something that will throw the audience into a thinking mode. Because if the audience all eyes on you and you may not mistakenly make eye contact with some of these people, you may just go off balance, right? And these excellent speakers, they understand the secrets. So when they call, they can say, have you ever wondered why everybody now start thinking? Wondered what? Where did this thing happen? Instead of everybody now channeling their attention on them as the speakers, their attention is now trying to figure out what the speaker has just said. So that's why most times they start with storytelling, most times they start with a statement or something that will just like remove all the whole attention from focusing on them. So once you practice this thing, you can even make a mistake while you are speaking, and the people may not really like observe it, they may not really notice it. But if you come, you just go straight. Most of you, what you do, you come, you just want to do a presentation, you just go straight to what you're doing, and eventually you now start making mistake, and everybody's like, ah, because why? Everybody's attention is still on you at that moment. So you need to look for a way and destabilize their attention from focusing on you. Now, I even had this experience to the day I was, um, or you see, hosting now or emceeing an event. I think actually been talking about this event. So I was just in the hall. I was seeing the hall was almost filled up, and I was like, man, how am I going to like make these people not to fully focus on me? And the same thing too. I came and I started with a statement, and instead of just standing there, I went into the audience and I started giving the people mic for them to say something. So instead of everybody's attention to now be on me, the attention have now been scattered. So And when I'm saying attention scatter, I don't mean the crowd, I'm losing the crowd, but everybody's focus is not going to not be on me at the moment, thereby making me feel like, oh, I'm going to make a mistake or something like that. So you need to find a way. Maybe you could start with a story, you could start with a statement to put the people on thinking mode. That's the goal. So when they start thinking, you have their mental attention, but their face or looking at you, you will not be too disturbed at that moment. I just hope you get this point. But it's a very important point that you must take note of. I may actually be fast with my talking because I don't really want this video to be more than 15 minutes. I hope we are able to achieve that. Okay, then the third one, which is actually the last that I have here, is these people have mastered their craft. These people have mastered their craft. Talk about Okonji Wela, talk about Brian Tracy, talk about Gary V, talk about everyone you are seeing here that have been showing you their pictures. These people, they have mastered their craft. So if they are called upon at any moment, they can boldly say that thing. They can boldly talk about that stuff. Same thing. I used to tell some people that if you should call me even when I'm just waking up, that, or maybe you wake me up from sleep and tell me, Maurice, we are come and start talking about teaching about social media, come and start teaching about sales and marketing, come and start teaching about this, I will not be scared. People are always scared and less confident, majorly because they've not mastered their craft. So if you are that person and you probably you call yourself a guru in so and so and so and so, and you can literally deceive every other person, but you cannot deceive yourself. You cannot tell yourself that, oh, I am good at this way, you know that you are not good. So you have to learn and master your craft. You have to learn and master your craft. I think back then and it's okay to be a novice at the beginning, right? I remember back then when it was 2021. I remember the first webinar I organized. Okay, it was not the first, but the second webinar I organized, I had to beg one of my senior colleague in the business I was in that point. I had to beg her to come and join me in the webinar. Why? Because I have not mastered this stuff. I was just starting at that moment, and it was tough for me. I will not lie, it was tough for me. So if you are at that point and you've not mastered your skill set, yes, I understand it will be tough, but you have to plan towards mastering it. You have to plan towards gaining mastery. It's very important. Plan it. Okay, today I have to start studying like this. Today I have to look in the mirror and start talking about this. I do it a whole lot of time. So you have to master your craft. Because if you don't master your craft, I tell you, it will be difficult to. You go and start speaking and you and people will just be laughing at you. And the worst part is the people that even gave you that platform may never give it to you again. Why? Because everybody wants to secure their platform. Everybody wants to have that sense of excellence. Why do you think that certain people are always invited for certain conferences? Because they've always delivered. And if you are always delivering, people will always want you. People will always want to associate with you. That's just life. Just be good at something, deliver it very well, know how to speak publicly, deliver it very well. I tell you for sure, the opportunities will always keep on knocking at your door. So at this point, without wasting further time, let's move straight to how you can build your own confidence and turn your public speaking anxiety to confidence. Now, this is your own part. I've started by giving you an idea. Now, these things may look very simple, but I tell you, there's this thing that Jim Rohn will always say, that something that is very simple or easy to do is also not easy to do. So a lot of people be like, but that thing is a very simple concept. Now I knew it before. Now, why then have you not been doing it? It's easy, or it may sound simple, but it is in that simplicity that you get the results. So let's move on to this other part. So remember I told you at the beginning that these people that I've actually been looking at and studying, I learn a lot from observation. Just by watching people, I learn a lot from that. In fact, there was a time I went to a church. Okay, it was Winners Church, right? Winners Chapel. So it was my first time of coming to the church. I think I've just spent like 2 weeks or 3 weeks in the church, in the teens church. And I think the third Sunday, they just picked me and they said I should go and lead opening prayer. I was like, I'm new to this church. Oh." And even at that point, I was not even bold as I am now. So they were like, "You are the one taking opening prayer." I was like, Jesus. But one thing that helped me was because every Sunday as I'm going, I'm observing how they are doing it. I'm watching people. So you need to inculcate that into your own life. Learn from observation. There are some people, they will be in a place, you'll be in a place for 1 month, you don't know how things are done, they will tell you to come and do that same thing, you are like, I don't know. That's just taking things with levity. So I learned from observation. I will advise you to learn from observations too. It's very important. That was just by the way. So if you want to get to that point where you can build self-confidence come first from self-discovery. Self-discovery. If you've not discovered yourself, you always try to attach yourself to feel among the people. You always want to do feel among people, and it's a very bad way of living life. That the whole essence of your life, you want to feel like somebody else. It's very bad. So you must discover yourself first. Self-discovery. There's this thing that I always tell people, that one of the reason why I can never be afraid. Now you don't have to believe my ideology, but it's my own ideology, and it has worked for me. So one thing that helped me a lot is I believe that when I pray, I believe that prayer is a communication between me and God. So in my own belief, I believe that God is the highest. So if I can literally talk to God, it means any human being, I can talk to that human being. That's what I believe, and that's what I've been using to run with my life. So if I should see any human being and I'm feeling intimidated to talk to the person, I just remind myself, say, Maurice, you have spoken with God before, you have prayed before, and that's communication with God. Therefore, you can talk to this person. And boom, it works for me. So that's also my own part of discovering who I am. Now, I don't want to use the word like who I am in Christ. Of course, that's who I am in Christ. So if you're not a believer, yeah, that's your own business. But that's part of the self-discovery. You need to understand where you are from. And when I say where you are from, I'm not talking about your village, I'm not talking about your state. You need to have that sense that God put you in this earth and He has given you authority. Right? So that discovery, first of all, will make you not to see yourself as less privileged. Will make you not to see yourself as someone who needs like help from other or support from others to live or to survive. And a lot of people have been trapped into thinking that if somebody else does not help them, they will die. And because of that, they have that less confident. They are less confident of their own abilities. That's why most girls, they eventually have to go and attach themselves to a boy or somebody before they feel among. That shouldn't be you, because you are here today. The next thing that will help you is you need to start with small stages. See, you probably knew me. Some of you just got to know me now. Some of you got to know me since 2021, 2022, 2023. But what if I told you that I have been practicing this same thing right from my secondary school? I have been speaking on stages right from my secondary school. My secondary school fellowship, there were times I led what's it called, prayer, Bible study in my secondary school. There were times even in my local church I used to do this thing that they call what they call it, Sunday school. Even that, and I don't know why they were so confident in me then, but it's so funny that I didn't really even understand some of the things that I was basically teaching. But it was just because because one of the person that could take it, they'll give it to me. I will not reject it. I will take it. And that was how I have been building consistently. When I finished secondary school, I got to a new church and they gave me that opportunity to lead prayer. I'm like, okay, I took it. From there, from leading prayer, they said, oh yeah, take testimony. From testimony, they said, oh yeah, take Sunday. There are different categories, right? And they were just giving me different opportunities. So you have to start with small stages. And don't wait for somebody to come and tell you, oh, are you going to do this? Volunteer. Go out. Go out. Look for stages and mount on it. Tell the people, I want to do this. But before you even go and start doing that, you should have been doing your own practice inside, right? So don't hide yourself. Don't hide yourself. Volunteer. Go out, go out, go out. You won't develop public speaking by sitting inside. I can even tell you for sure that one thing that really boosted my public speaking skill and my ability to be much more fluent was when I was attending events. I was just moving, going. Now you must also be mindful of the kind of events you attend, by the way. I was just moving and moving and moving. And from there, I attend this event. By the time I come back, I just feel that I am much more confident. I attend another event, I volunteer for this, I do this and do that. It was just increasing from stage to stage. So it's not going to like fall upon you like magic. You have to develop it and you have to start with small stages. You don't want to go and mess yourself up in big stages. And that's why you need to start practicing now. That's why you need to start learning it now. Okay. Then the third one is for now, this particular point will work very well for you if you are given, if you are called upon on an impromptu um something, like you are called upon to organize or to MC, to do an impromptu public speaking stuff. You need to remind yourself of your past accomplishments. And I think this stuff that you're seeing here. This was the event I was saying that I did an MC role for. So for that particular event, it was an impromptu call. I didn't really know that I was going to do the MC of the whole event. I just knew that okay, probably I was going to do the panel session, and that one was not really difficult. Now everybody will sit down, nobody's looking at me directly. I will be asking people questions, right? But now they said you are going to do everything. What at the moment they told me that, it was even in the morning of the event. I was like, hey, I'm not sure I was going to be able to do this. But immediately I reminded myself that, oh Morris, you've done stuff like this before. You've talked in panel session, you've organized events, you've done stuff like this, you can do this one. And that was it. Instantly I received that motivation, that boost again to go for it. So you need to remind yourself of your past accomplishment if you are called upon on impromptu meetings, and you know that. And let me tell you, it's very important that you take advantage of opportunities. Take advantage of the opportunities that are available to you. Because from that event, the organizer of the event, I was able to connect with the organizer easily. Because why? I emceed the event. And this was an event that literally people that participated and they were doing the competition, the overall winning team got 1,000,000, 500K, 300K. So you can imagine someone that is sponsoring that kind of stuff. I easily connected with that man. Why? Because I have developed this public speaking skill. So you don't know the loads of opportunities that are lined up for you by just developing a skill like this. And poor people will not really like understand this stuff now. But wealthy people, and when I mean wealthy people, I mean in your mentality. I do not necessarily mean that the cash at the moment. Of course, the cash will always come, but at the moment now, I'm talking about your mentality. People who have poor people's mentality will be like, it does not matter. But you shouldn't be that person, right? So when you start taking advantages of opportunities, always remind yourself of your past accomplishment so that you have that motivation. Some people, it may be that there is a particular song you might listen to and it boosts your motivation. Listen to that song before you get on stage. It may be you may have to call somebody to talk to before you get on stage. Call that person, talk to that person before you get on stage. It will really help you. Then finally, practice, practice, practice. You need to do role plays. See, this is not going to fall upon you. When I started, there are times I will just be inside the house. There are times I will just be inside the house and I will just start talking. So that, like, I remember there was a lady that reached out to me some days ago and she was like, Maurice, I love the way you speak. I love how you pronounce your words and all of that. See, let me tell you, this thing, hey, it's consistency in practice. I can just sit down in my house and I'll just start talking, like, and I'll just be doing my my pronunciation in a way that really sounded nice to my hearing. So you need to do a lot of role plays, and I'm not even saying 1,000 role plays. I mean a lot of role plays. If you have to even dedicate every day, okay, 5 minutes you are using it to just practice. And another thing too, I listen to a lot of speakers. Like literally all my days, I have a lot of messages that will be playing. I have a lot of talks that will just be playing, and I'm hearing them. I'm building my capacity. I'm building my mind. You can't give what you don't have. It's as simple as that. You can't give what you don't have. You need to practice, 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 and do role plays with the expert. Of course, this was an opportunity I didn't really have. That is to do role plays with expert. Maybe you get on a call, or you get on a meeting and you start presenting and somebody have to correct you. I didn't really have this, but one way I did mine was through organizing this webinar. So by the time I organize webinar, it's an online meeting and you may not be seeing my face. So I'll just be talking, and that is also giving me feedback. So this is actually it. And if you can really put these 4 things I just mentioned now, your self-discovery, you might have to come back and watch this webinar again. Start with small stages, remind yourself of your past accomplishments, and practice, practice, practice. I tell you, you will be almost ahead of a lot of people. That is it. You'll be ahead of a lot of people. And I believe that at this point, you have really, really, really learned a lot. If you have learned a lot, please and please let me know in my DM. Don't hide it and be like, so that someday you not see me later and be like, Maurice, thank you very much for that session that you had. No, tell me, let me know, give me feedback, so that I will also go and show people that this session I had, this person had was blessed with the session, right? So if you have learned something, let me know, give me feedback in my DM. I'll respond to it, and that's it. So remember, at the beginning of this session, I also said I'm going to be giving you guys 3 offers. One of them is going to be a free stuff, and 2 will be paid program. So of course, after this session now, you've learned a lot, but I want to help some set of persons who want to take it a step further, to have someone that will help them with these role play sessions. So I think if you've actually been following my posts, I've also talked about a program that I'm releasing on public speaking and self-confidence building, right? So if that is basically you need someone to have a role play session with, you want to learn more and dig deep into public speaking and self-confidence building, then this is actually for you. So I call it the simplest hack to public speaking and building self-confidence. It's something that you may not really have seen before. So what are you going to be getting in this program? Number 1, you're going to be getting the public speaking beginner toolkit. Then another thing you're going to be getting in this program is the ANSVA public speaking framework. There is a framework that you need to follow to know that, okay, if I'm going to be speaking to an audience, like, what should I start with? How should I go about it? So you're also going to be getting that in this program that I'm going to be sharing with you. Then another thing you'll be getting is how to give an A+ presentation in class. So maybe you're a student and you guys normally have presentation in class, and anytime you are doing presentation, you are always scared. This is also going to be an opportunity for you to learn how to ace that. Or maybe you have a workplace and you guys do presentation and you are always scared of doing presentation. You'll also be learning that in this program. Then the fourth thing you'll also be getting is strategies for mastering self-confidence irrespective of your background. Now, I know most of you, when you hear me speaking, and you'll be like, maybe you're from one rich family and all of that. Let me even tell you, my primary school, I had it in the village. My secondary school, in the village. It was by God's grace. As I just finished from secondary school, I gained admission into if you know my university, that's a bonus for you. And I got admission, right? That's same here. So I've literally lived my life not in city, but I just came to have this knowledge. I would call it divine wisdom from God, because literally most people that we all grew up together, they do not really have this thing, and it's not like pride. I'm grateful to God for it. So I've kind of learned some certain things that I know that can really help you build your own self-confidence irrespective of your background. So it doesn't matter whether you're from a rich family or poor family. You're not poor or from an average family. You can still build your self-confidence. You can still confidently speak in public. Then another thing, so I didn't add it here. Another thing you'll be getting is the list of people I listen to. I have a lot of teachings that I listen to almost every day, and these teachings have helped me a whole lot. I'm going to be giving you a list of those people. I know a lot of you've heard me always talk about Jim Rohn and all of that. Yes, Jim Rohn is one of friends that I follow a lot. But how can you get specific teachings from him? I'm also going to be showing you how to get that. Then there are a lot of other people that I listen to and I watch them that I literally have not even talked about a lot. And I'll be showing you those people and they will help you build your self-confidence and even this public speaking skill that I'm talking about. Then of course I'm going to be giving you bonuses for this program, and that is number one, I'll be giving you an exclusive role play sessions. So once you join the program, we're going to be having exclusive role play sessions, meaning you're not just going to be learning maybe watching some videos and that's all. No, we'll have a session where we'll say, oh yeah, give a presentation on this. And you know the beauty of this? The beauty of this is that by the time you are giving these presentations, you are learning more. You will be receiving how they call it now, constructive criticism. So this is not like this is now your own practice period. You are already practicing with a community of people, and what's much more better than that? That's one of the best way to improve on your skill. Then another thing you'll be getting is personalized feedback as bonus. I'm giving you bonus of personalized feedback. So this is not going to be general something, oh do this, do that. By the time you give a presentation, we'll tell you, okay, this is what you should correct. This is what you should work upon. Go and work upon this, and our next presentation you do better. You get, so you are going to be getting personalized feedback, and also we'll be giving you real life studies of people that we could study, that you could study and learn from their public speaking strategies. These things, I bet you will never see them in any other program. And I'm not trying to hype it. This thing was carefully crafted so that anybody, mostly you that is just maybe starting your online business, or you that is a student and you really want to build confidence and speak publicly well, this is specially crafted for you. Okay, so another extra bonus that you'll be getting is you'll be getting certificate of completion. Then also we'll be giving you templates and checklists in the sense that we'll also be giving you some other special sessions that were recorded by some top experts that will give them to you just for you to further boost your skill level. Then if you should watch these presentations that I give now, were they beautiful? I know you, if you say they are not beautiful, we'll have issue right now. So another thing that I will give you is a how-to video on how to create those kind of beautiful presentation slides with your smartphone or your laptop. So if you want to learn how to create a slide like this, I will also be giving you that as a bonus. And you know the beautiful thing about this? The beautiful thing is that you can literally offer that even as a skill to people, and you help them create slides and they pay you for it. Or you could even use it as a way to easily network with some high-end people. You help them create slides for their programs and you easily connect with them. So we are giving you a lot of things that can literally help you. And also for the first 10 persons to actually like get into this program. Now if you're watching this video maybe some months later, this bonus may not really apply to you. But I don't know. Maybe you could send a DM and we'll know if it applies to you. But for the first 10 persons to get into this program, I'll be having a personal collaboration webinar with you. So maybe you will not plan, okay, what are you good at, what can you talk about? They will not have a collaboration webinar on that, and that will also like kind of boost your visibility and also help you boost your skill in public speaking much more. So this program, I'll be talking about it, and I could easily charge 50,000 for this, and it will not be out of place, because what you are literally getting here is not just valuable but something that can change your life forever. And when I mean change your life, I'm not just being generic. I mean change your life in terms of how you relate to people, in terms of the numerous opportunities you could literally get, in terms of the numerous people you could connect with. And when I'm saying that numerous, I mean high quality end people that you could literally connect with. But just because I am making this program specially because of students and those who are just getting started, I am putting this program at a price of 10,000 naira. But for those that are watching right now, we are launching the program soon. So you could literally jump on this 50% pre-order discount that is currently ongoing. So instead of paying 10,000 naira when the program finally launches, you can secure a slot now for just 5,000 naira. That means we're giving you a 50% bonus. And why are we doing this? Is it just because we just want to slash price and all of that, or it's just a normal cliche of you must slash your price? No, there's something I have learned recently, that everything of value requires everything of value requires a price, and we are not giving you this 50% bonus because we don't know what we are doing. We're giving you this to kind of bring down the barrier of entry, and also to get the first set of people to come and test this program, so that we could literally see their massive testimonials. So we are giving you this so that you can easily get into the course, and so that we could groom you and we start getting your testimonials. That's the only reason we are giving you this bonus. That's one of the major reasons we are giving you this 50% discount. But of course, once the pre-order period is over, if you are in the waiting list group chat, you will know when the pre-order period is over. Once it's over, you will never see this program for 5,000 naira again. You see it for another price. So you know yourself, you know that, oh, you are struggling with public speaking. I advise you, get into this program right now. And the fact that you still have the 5,000 naira discount, of course, this is a big opportunity for you to launch. Then for the second offer that I said I was going to give you, I know there are some set of persons here that literally you are much more bigger than this. You don't need this is more like a beginner and an intermediate course. This is not an advanced course or an advanced program on public speaking and what's it called, and self-confidence building. So you know yourself, and you know that, okay, you're not really in that beginner or intermediate stage again, but you probably need a one-on-one session with me on public speaking and self-confidence building. You can send a private DM and we're going to talk about that. That's much more higher than this in terms of price, but you have that exclusivity. We'll have a one-on-one session personally. You talk to me what the issue is, and we'll help you sort it out in terms of public speaking and self-confidence building. So a lady actually sent me a message some weeks ago where we wanted to have a one-on-one session on this and public speaking stuff. So you could literally book a one-on-one session with me, but just know that that one is much more expensive than this, and it's much more advanced than this. And the fact is, you're having that exclusivity. Nobody's going to know that you are paying for a session like that. You get, and nobody's going to know that you're learning from me. But of course, you should see that you're learning from me, right? Okay, so if you are here right now, this is how you could get access to this program. If you are in Nigeria, you could make transfer to a Nigerian account, then here is it. But if you are outside Nigeria, you just go to this website link. It will take you to a seller.co page. Just go to www.bit.ly/PSCB. PSCB means public speaking confidence building, right? PSCB payment, and you see how you could make payment anywhere you are around the world. So I hope you don't miss this program. See the bonus you're getting once again. See what this program contains in details, and I really hope you don't miss it, because this is going to be a step further to you achieving numerous goals in your life. And I can literally tell you, a lot of things have been made possible because I have developed the skill of public speaking and confidence building. So if you really want to get into that next stage in your life, how you if you are praying to be like, oh, I want to be in the UN, United Nations, I want to be in European Union, and you don't know how to speak publicly, you don't know how to speak confidently, it's gonna be bad, right? So you don't want all those kind of opportunities to come and you miss opportunities because you don't know how to speak publicly. You can start developing the skill now, a little, one by one, by getting into this program. And in the next few months, you see yourself, you're an expert already, and you could even be training other people. Who knows? So here is the stuff. You could take a screenshot of this, and once you make payment, send me details on my WhatsApp. That's the WhatsApp details. So please, I am the only person using this account details. I'm not going to send you another account details. Nobody should send you any account details. I don't have a PA that's going to be sending you any account details. This is what you are going to be using. So you could make a screenshot of this and go get the program. And I really hope to see you there. I really hope to see you there. Do have a great day. And yes, I've not forgotten the last stuff that I said I'm going to be giving you for free. So I'm also building an email newsletter that will be focused on giving you guys free tip every week. Free tips on both public speaking, self-confidence building, personal development, and skills to learn, and different skills, vital skills to learn. So if you want to join that email, I forgot to add it to this slide, but if you want to join that list, that's a free gift I'm giving to you, because the things that you literally be getting there are things that you may not be seeing regularly online. You may not be seeing them regularly online. So if you want that, and you are in the what's it called, you are in the waitlist group, we are going to also be dropping that link there. And also I may also link it in the description of this video. So even if you are not in the waiting list, maybe you just stop watching this video on YouTube, no problem, you can check the session below and you will see the link in the description. So I hope to see you in this program. Hope you don't miss it, and God bless you.